Hello, Scorpio. How do you go and what do you know? Thanks for checking out my channel and checking out these readings. I'm going to be doing the weekly readings. I'm hoping that I can keep up. I might need to take the odd week off here and there, just because my work schedule is pretty busy. But this isn't about me. This is about you. So let's get into a general reading here for you guys. But this is for the first week of February for Scorpio. First week of February for Scorpio. What are the messages for Scorpio in the first week of February? All right, Scorpio, I hope you're all well and good health. And the energies around you have all been really good for most of you, majority of you. All right, let's get some cards out here and see what we're dealing with this week, okay? It's a general, 7-card spread. Cover all the major areas of life. Sorry, my hand and sleeve goes in front of the camera. All right, overall energy. Oh wow, look at this. Overall energy for this week is the Devil card. So this is kind of cool. This is kind of speaking to maybe some of that pent up sexual energy that some of us are dealing with here in Scorpio. Like we're ruled from that place. So we're going to set that to the side for now and relate back to that at the end of the reading. Hopefully. Well, we can do it. So for grounding, we've got a Queen of Wands here. This is special. This might be for Scorpios that are in partnerships, I think, or Scorpios that are internalizing. There could be some more feminine energy coming through for you, Scorpio. This energy needs to be grounded. This energy needs to be put in perspective. This energy cannot be allowed to get out of hand, as it were. If this is a person leading up, if you're grounding or trying to get better understanding with a relationship with a Queen of Wands, and these are traditionally your fire signs or people with fire influences, this is probably a good time to get to know them a little bit better, get to know what motives and intentions really are here. This grounding speaks of understanding the environment around you. So this person is like in your environment, and you're not in a position to be able to get rid of them if you want to get rid of them, or bring them closer if you want to bring them closer. It's saying that just understand them more is what's going to happen. Okay? All right. In the creative energy here, we have Two of Cups. Wow. Some of you are going to get a little bit innovative here for the month of February. I see some of you thinking about ways you can impress your partner, creative ideas to do so, a homemade Valentine, the mixtape. And we used to make mixtapes for people we care about. That was like the term of endearment. But like a creative thing that you can do for your partner, maybe like the homemade Valentine type thing, or a surprise somewhere they've never been before, that kind of thing. So if your potential partner is a Scorpio, if you're watching for that, you could be expect a surprise. But this coming up in creativity is really good for you. This is showing like even if your date takes you out and it's the same old shenanigans pub wing night, but it's Valentine's Day, you're the one that's going to be like, you know what, John, let's get in the car. We're going somewhere else today. Like take that in that route, that initiative. Okay. Now, when we're coming to the third card, which is gut instinct, we've got Six of Swords. Some of you are looking at trusting in yourself a little bit more. I see some of you needing feedback from management or direction from a manager, where this manager might be sick of giving it to you, or this family member might be sick of giving you advice, and you really gotta trust yourself. This kind of speaks to, and it's not for the heavy life major decisions. Yeah, definitely seek out counsel for that kind of stuff. This is the nitty-gritty stuff, being sir, can I leave early today? I got a dentist appointment. Just go to the dentist appointment. If they got a problem, they'll talk to you later, right? This is just following your gut instincts, trusting yourself, knowing that, if the commute's been bad a little bit longer, you can go ahead and get assertive a little bit with the people around you, being like, look, I just couldn't make it on time. Like, this is, this is a world we live in, the times we live in. So, yeah, trust yourself. Don't worry too much about receiving, like, the need for, the go-ahead from other people. This is why don't worry about looking for the just go ahead, okay? That's gut instinct. All right, in the Sacred Heart position, we have Four of Wands reversed. It's interesting, Four of Wands is like been showing up for Scorpio now for February. It looks like there's a bigger message. This is in the heart chakra place. Whether reversed or upright, I see this Four of Wands for Scorpio having a significant message. So, for some of you that might be like looking to solidify partnerships, I think the message here for some is don't wait too long. Don't send mixed messages. And if, wanting to get out and really feel social again is what your heart is desiring, then go and do it. A lot of Scorpios are coming through a hard transformation in this year one. And I think that maybe some of you are in a way better position of health. Maybe you laid down the cigarettes or the whiskey bottle, but you're like kind of missing that social environment that it brought, and it's kind of pulling on your heartstrings a bit. And like people are wondering where you went, what happened to you. It's saying, go ahead, get out there. There's nothing to be afraid of, and actually there's growth to be learned by socializing without the old vices, so to speak. So yeah, this Four of Wands, I think we're going to see this develop through February, this Four of Wands, where I think we're going to see it being a recurring theme. I don't see it as a stuck energy that needs to be cleared. I just see that many Scorpios might be like looking around and wondering like, okay, everybody else around me seems like they got it all, and you're still like desiring, you're still wanting. So let's keep our eye on this Four of Wands. We could sit here and deliberate on this till the cows come home, but it's showing up in like many readings from many different readers, and usually for Scorpio, usually in sort of some of the heavier positions in the spread. So let's just keep an eye on this. Maybe some of the top cards will give us a little more clarity there. All right. In the position of personal truth, we have Page of Pentacles reversed. Scorpios with kids, check in with your kids. Make sure you know exactly how they're feeling. Make sure you know if they're in a funk. If you see some behavior changes with them, get in on it. Like, figure it out. What's going on? Help them out, okay? And I got a feeling like some of you might be dealing with people around you or a specific person that's maybe not very emotionally mature. And maybe some of you might be in a situation where you're dealing with a lot of millennials at work that are like kind of like ticking off. Like, not that they're bad people, they're different, than you. So you're kind of like, oh man, this is a lot of energy to deal with. So personal truth is saying here, try not to get frustrated with energies that are different than yours and emotions that are not as mature as yours. You're a deeply emotional beast, Scorpio. So not everybody can like get to those levels. So sometimes you gotta remember to come up for some air and like be able to lighten it up and be able to relate. And this is for like, when we say a personal truth, this is like a communications house, for sure, okay? So there's those messages in there for Scorpio. On the Page of Pentacles, we go in here to Vision Quest, Spiritual Progression. We got Five of Swords reversed. That's nice. Some of you are finally learning to stop taking things so damn personally, and just like being like, what? I don't give a shit what you think. Like, that's okay. You have a right to think that. But you know what? I have a right to think what I want to think too. I have my right to my opinions too. And as long as we're not forcing them on each other, what the hell is the problem? So this is speaking more to me about the fact it's in spiritual progression. This is you being able to take messages and take lessons from the people around you in a more subtle and a more positive way, rather than like direct worry and interaction, like bitterness. This is actually a pretty good card to have here in this position. This shows like advancement towards enlightenment when dealing with interpersonal relationships and things that you don't have a choice. Like, you have to deal with the landlord, or you have to deal with the other boss that is in control of like making sure that things are on time, things like that. There's greater balance here with this in the reverse, so not too bad. Other messages here. Some of you could be like into some serious dream cycles here. There's a lot of water. Again, coming back to this, the feminine energy here. So you got to make sure you're ready to embrace that feminine energy. Be at one, be at peace with it. Don't try and fight it if you're a man. And if you're a lady, maybe it's time here to not allow it to be overwhelming for thems and theirs. Excuse me. This is a time of finding balance in partnerships with the masculine and feminine energy side of things. And this is leading to higher spiritual progression as well. Yes. So yeah, pretty good card here. And then in the crowning position, we've got the sun reversed. Wow, that is wild. That is wild. Wow, this is incredible. This goes back to here, checking in with kids. Making sure that you need a little bit of confirmation as to what's going on with the little ones. Or even some younger people around you in your life. There might be some disillusionment. They'll be like, you might be telling a story at work, but like, somebody doesn't realize like what you're talking about, but they might be a little bit afraid to approach you and say like, could you please clarify like what that is? Like, I don't know what that means. Whereas you're like, how can you be so like, how can you not know what that means? But I'm seeing like mentorship and like bridging some generational gaps here is like kind of challenging, and there's going to be some lessons in that for you this week of first week of February. And coming back to this here now that we've got our major houses looked at, our major life areas looked at, this to me, the overall energy says that you might be coming off as a little bit scary, a little bit unapproachable, and that the energy it is in the process of lightening up. I think they're like, a lot of Scorpio have been in a funk now for like a longer term. Some of you have been feeling really weighed down leading up into this 1 year. And now that these energies are starting to clear, you have to come with it. You have to lighten up as well. You can't just allow the energies to lighten up around you. You have to like sort of help facilitate it. Yes, it's good to allow things to happen naturally and not to force things. But there are also times where it's kind of like you need to internalize a little bit. Make those subtle changes so that you're lightening up around with the energy. And then that way you're going to be a little bit more approachable. You're going to relieve some of this disillusionment with younger people wondering what's going on with you. And I think, so the powerful sections are your creativity and romance here. I think some good celebratory things coming. So those are the powerful things going on for you. The not so powerful things here, any sense of worry. I'm not really getting a sense of too much worry. The only thing here is make sure that you're being proactive here in your spiritual progressions here. Don't get stuck again. We're in a year 1. Let's keep moving forward. Let's keep the energies light, and let's not get bogged down again the next time something negative wants to come and attach itself to you. Okay? Scorpios, keep up the good work, and we'll see you on the next reading. Hope this cleared up some energies and provided a little bit of light in areas that were a little shady before, and we'll see you all next time.